The cat who could pause time, a thin gray street cat stretched beneath a flickering street lamp, its eyes glowing with an odd silver shimmer. Every night, people walked past it without noticing the strange glow. Tonight, however, something in the air buzzed like a hidden secret waiting to be revealed. The cat lifted its paw and tapped the pavement lightly. Instantly, the street froze. Cars hung still, a man's scarf remained suspended midair, and the falling leaf above the cat stopped in place like a photograph. The cat yawned proudly and walked across the still world as if it owned time itself. Across the street, a young child named Raffi peeked from behind a bakery window, his eyes wide. He couldn't believe it. Everything outside had stopped except the cat. He pressed his face against the glass, breath fogging the window, trying to understand what he had just witnessed. The cat glanced at him, its silver eyes studying him with a strange intelligence. Raffi waved shyly. The cat blinked and tapped its paw again. Time whooshed back into motion. The leaf fell. The scarf fluttered. Cars honked. But Raffi continued staring, heart pounding with excitement. Later that night, Raffi stepped outside beneath the stars. He looked around for the mysterious cat, calling softly. A gentle thump behind him made him turn. The gray cat sat there, tail wrapped neatly around its paws, as if waiting for him. Raffi crouched and whispered, "I saw what you did." The cat tilted its head, then raised its paw slowly. Raffi gasped, feeling the air thicken around them. The whole world froze again. A distant cyclist froze mid-pedal, streetlights turned into frozen yellow circles, and even the wind stopped. The cat patted Raffi's shoe gently, as if saying, "Welcome." Raffi walked around amazed. He poked the frozen cyclist, touched the air and felt it like jelly, and laughed in pure wonder. The cat followed him, its tail swishing with amusement. Suddenly, the cat tapped its paw again. The world jolted back, everything moving around them, as if nothing had happened. Raffi stumbled and caught his breath. "You can stop time," he whispered. "But why?" The cat meowed and strutted away, inviting him to follow. Raffi walked with it, feeling as though he had stepped into a magical secret no one else could ever imagine. They reached a quiet alley where the cat leaped onto a stack of old crates. It placed a paw on Raffi's head gently. A soft pulse of light entered him. Raffi blinked, feeling a warm buzz travel through his fingertips. The cat hopped down and pushed its paw toward him as if telling him to try. Raffi hesitated, then tapped the ground. The city froze. Raffi gasped aloud, stumbling back. He looked at his glowing hand and then at the cat, who watched proudly, as if granting a student their first medal. Raffi spent the next few minutes testing. He tapped again. Time resumed. Another tap. Time halted. Each time, the cat watched like a patient teacher. Raffi imagined all the possibilities. He could save people, prevent accidents, even help his mother prepare food faster by pausing things around her. The power felt heavy but full of hope. The cat jumped onto his shoulder and rubbed its cheek against him, as if warning him to use the gift wisely. Over the following days, Raffi secretly practiced. He paused time to pick up a drop bag before it hit the ground. He rescued a bowl someone almost stepped on. He prevented a baby stroller from rolling into the street by freezing the world mid-movement. Every time he used the gift for good, the cat seemed to appear somewhere nearby, observing silently with calm confidence. One afternoon, as Raffi walked home from school, he heard a hum of tension in the air. People were shouting near the marketplace. A gas tanker truck had lost control, skidding wildly. A crowd stood trapped between the truck and the wall. Panic spread as the screeching wheels struggled against gravity. Raffi felt fear seize him. The truck was seconds away from crashing into the crowd. Children cried. Adults screamed. The driver yelled for people to run. Raffi's heart pounded painfully. He looked around desperately and saw the gray cat sitting calmly on a rooftop, staring directly at him. Its eyes glowed brighter than ever, as if urging him to act. Raffi didn't hesitate. He ran forward, raised his hand, and tapped his palm against the ground. The world froze. The chaotic scene stilled like a photograph. The truck hung inches from the crowd. A falling apple remained in midair. The dust from the skidding tires hung frozen like tiny stars. Raffi took a deep breath and walked into the still world. His hands shook, but he moved forward with determination. He gently guided the people out of the truck's path one by one, dragging them to safety. It took time even in a paused world. Moving people was hard work, but Raffi didn't stop. He checked carefully, making sure no one was left in danger. Sweat dripped down his forehead as he looked at the suspended truck, its metal gleaming dangerously. He swallowed nervously but stepped back bravely. He lifted his hand. With a soft tap, he let time resume. The truck smashed into the wall with a deafening crash, but now the path was empty. People gasped and staggered, confused but unharmed. A woman screamed with relief. A man looked around, shaking, trying to understand how they were still alive. Everyone was safe, but no one knew why. Except Rafi. He breathed heavily, heart racing, but a proud warmth grew inside him. On the rooftop, the gray cat watched him, tail swaying. It blinked once, slow and proud, before disappearing into the shadows. That night, Rafi found the cat waiting for him under the same flickering street lamp where it had first paused time. He sat beside it quietly. "I saved them," he whispered. The cat nudged his hand gently, its purr deep and warm. Rafi felt that buzz again, the magical pulse of time around them responding to the cat's presence. Rafi wondered how long the cat had carried this power. Maybe it had saved hundreds of people silently. Maybe it had been searching for someone to share the burden, someone kind enough to use it wisely. He looked at the cat and asked softly, "Why me?" The cat lifted its paw and tapped his chest, right over his heart. Rafi smiled. He understood. Time didn't belong to those who wanted control. It belonged to those who respected its value. Days turned into weeks. Rafi became more skilled in using the gift. Whenever danger appeared, a bicycle about to collide with a pedestrian, a pot falling from a stall, a child running into the road, Rafi tapped the world still and saved the moment. He used the power only when necessary, following the silent rules the cat had taught him. Never pause time for selfish gain. Never change things merely for fun. Never misuse the gift to harm others. Always restore what he could. Always protect life. One evening, heavy clouds gathered above the city. Lightning cracked across the sky. A storm rolled in with a fierce growl. People hurried home as strong winds pushed through the streets. Rafi, carrying groceries for his mother, hurried as well. But then, a terrifying sound tore through the air, metal bending, concrete breaking. A construction crane nearby had loosened in the storm. Its long arms swung violently, about to collapse onto the street below, where several families ran for shelter. Rafi froze in shock. This wasn't just an accident, this was a disaster. The crane towered over houses, cars, and people, and if it fell, dozens could be hurt. He felt his voice break. "Oh no!" Beside him, as if appearing from thin air, the gray cat rubbed against his leg. Its silver eyes glowed brighter than the lightning overhead. It stared at him with complete trust. Rafi swallowed his fear. He raised his trembling hand and tapped the ground. Everything stopped. The crashing thunder froze in the sky. Rain turned into countless hanging beads of water. The crane paused mid-collapse like an enormous frozen monster leaning forward. People remained frozen mid-run, fear etched on their faces. Rafi felt the weight of responsibility settle heavily on his shoulders. This was the biggest danger he had ever faced. He walked toward the crane slowly. The storm clouds above looked painted, unmoving. The world was silent, as if holding its breath. Rafi used all his strength to push people out of the danger zone. He moved children first, his arms burning with effort. He guided elderly people gently. He dragged heavy carts away from the crane's path. Sweat coated his forehead. His legs trembled, but he didn't stop. The gray cat followed him, meowing softly, keeping him focused. When Rafi nearly fell, the cat brushed his leg as if reminding him he wasn't alone. Finally, after what felt like an hour inside a frozen moment, Rafi stepped back. Everyone was safe. He stared at the looming crane, its metal frame inches from the ground. He tapped the ground again. Time roared back. The crane crashed down with a monstrous sound, but it hit only empty pavement. People screamed and stumbled, then realized they were unharmed. Mothers hugged their children. Men looked around in disbelief. Someone whispered, "We were lucky." But Rafi knew it wasn't luck. He sank onto a curb, breathing hard. The cat curled beside him, purring softly, warmth spreading through him like praise. Rafi whispered, "I couldn't have done it without you." The cat nudged him again, tapping its paw on his hand. Rafi felt the familiar pulse. He wondered if the cat was saying goodbye or giving another lesson. But the cat simply curled in his lap, as if wanting to rest. In the following weeks, the cat stayed close to Raffi more than ever. They walked together through the city, watching sunsets, passing markets, listening to street musicians. Raffi learned the rhythm of time, how precious moments were, how short smiles lasted, how quickly danger could appear. One quiet dawn, Raffi woke up and stepped outside expecting to find the cat waiting by the bakery. But the street was empty. No soft paw prints on the pavement. No silver eyes glowing under the lamp. He searched corners and rooftops, calling softly. But the cat was gone. Raffi felt a strange ache in his chest. Had the cat moved on? Had it chosen him as its successor? Or was it simply letting him grow on his own? That night, as he lay under his blanket, he tapped his hand lightly. Nothing happened. The world didn't freeze. He tried again, still nothing. Raffi realized something profound. The power wasn't meant to stay forever. It was given to him to teach him something, not to make him a controller of time, but to show him its worth. He sat up, feeling a tear slip down his cheek, not of sadness, but gratitude. He whispered, "Thank you for everything." From that day on, Raffi lived differently. He helped others quickly, kindly, wisely, not because he could pause time, but because he understood its value more than anyone else. And somewhere in the city, perhaps on a rooftop or wandering a moonlit street, the gray cat continued searching. Maybe for another heart that respected time as much as Raffi did. Moral: time is precious, use it wisely.